Welcome back to the Angry Man Podcast with Jason and Greg. So, Jay, some interesting news that's been developing here over the last several days with Shakur Stevenson. One that is, from my personal opinion, is quite disappointing. Shakur Stevenson is slated to face Joe Cordina or Cordina. Now, based off of what we saw from Jake Donovan, shout out to Jake, that is not official yet, that Zepeda will have to take step-aside money in order for this fight to be made. But it's disappointing in the fact that, Shakur had been talking all this noise about a Gervonta Davis fight, had been mentioning Gervonta Davis' name. We did a short on this Gervonta Davis situation where essentially he's talking about, man, why are you talking about your beef ain't with Floyd, man? Stop ducking me. That's when Tank got a fight. When Tank doesn't have a fight, we don't hear Shakur talking this recklessly. We don't hear Shakur calling Tank the P word on Twitter and X and things of that nature. And now essentially he's telling the fans, Jay, F you. And I do want to show the fans exactly what it is that we're talking about from Shakur Stevenson. So let me just share my screen real quick so the people can see what it is that we're talking about here. But let me go to Shakur Stevenson's Twitter. Let me see. Shakur Stevenson, a.k.a. Mr. Twitterman. Let's see. Here we go. Shakur. And then, where was it? Was he replying to someone? Oh, here we go. And for the fans that F me, blah, 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 blah. Here we go. Yeah. LOL. I'm not fighting for y'all no more. F y'all. International Cur active now. So he basically telling the fans, F us, Jay, because at the end of the day, he's fighting for himself. I thought there was another tweet that I saw that he mentioned. Oh, here we go, right here. And for the fans who F with me, I care about y'all for sure, but understand this. This is a business and you have to make as much money as you can in this business. People want me to sit around and wait for literally every other fighter to make a decision whether they want to fight me now or later. So what I'm confused about, Jay, as it relates to this is I thought that it was already clear that Shakur Stevenson was going to end up fighting William Zepeda. I thought that's what Mr. Shakur was going to do, right? And it seems to me that that is not what he is going to do. And it felt like Zepeda was interested in fighting him for sure. So Zepeda wasn't waiting around. My understanding was that there was some connection between, or Gervonta Davis' team did reach out to Shakur's team to see if they could make a fight. And that didn't materialize. So every time I turn around, he's talking about he's chasing greatness, but now he's talking about he's chasing a bag, Jay, which I don't have a problem with. Chase a bag. You should get as much money as you possibly can. But there's a huge amount of money in a Gervonta Davis fight. And if you're trying to get as much money as you can, why wouldn't you go that route? Because that's where all the money is. And you've already said that you're going to win that fight. So that tells me that there's a lack of confidence in yourself, because if a turkey a la sheep bag is going to be there, and if you know you're going to beat Gervonta Davis, then you can go get the Gervonta Davis fight, make that money right now if it's available to you, and still go get the turkey bag. So that tells me that maybe you don't feel as confident in yourself, and maybe that bag won't be available to you if you were to have to go through Gervonta Davis first. That's the way I see it, Jay. I'm a little bit disappointed in it. William Zepeda would have been an acceptable fight because he's your mandatory. This guy who's coming off, your second fighter that's coming off of a loss, is just unacceptable. Jay, what's your thoughts?
Yeah. And people are saying that, it's a stay busy fight. He's had 2 stay busy fights, man. Stop with that. Artem coming off a loss, to your point. Joe Cordina coming off a TKO loss and moving up in weight. It don't make no doggone sense. Also, Zepeda and Robert Garcia posted just yesterday, got word it was about the purse bid today for Shakur Zepeda will be ready for his fight of Raymond Mortala. Then he said a little bit after that, Zepeda said, no, we're next in line and we aren't turning that down. So why not go Raymond Mortala? Joe Cordina just got ranked in the WBC and he's ranked number 14. So you mean to tell me you scroll through all these people and try to say, oh, no one wants to fight you? I call cap on that. You don't want to fight that. You don't want that. You want to get an easy bag, and that's fine. Just say that. Don't sit there and mislead everyone saying that everyone's ducking you and you want smoke, and you don't. You don't want the smoke yet. You pushing stuff back. And you're going to be fighting on the undercard. You ain't even the main event. You're the co-main at best against a fight no one asked for. How many state active fights do you need, dude? You had Zepeda with a purse bid. You probably didn't think you would get the money, kind of like Devin did with Sandor Martin. No one was gonna really pay a lot for that fight. That's why you're like, don't think so. So now you're gonna try to get a bag. Fine, but don't mislead the public saying that you're chasing greatness. Take that hashtag off that whenever you talk about fighting Joe Cordina. That's not chasing greatness, fam. You need to be fighting someone that's going to elevate you. So that when you go into negotiations against someone like Tank, you can say, hey, I deserve XYZ. Look at my resume at 135. I beat this person. No one gives a damn about no dog on Joe Cordina. Dude ain't fought nobody at 135. Never been at 135. Come off TKO loss. Now, the Tank people, the haters of Tank, if Tank did this, oh, y'all would be going crazy on this. Oh, Tank ducking this. Tank, look what he do. He moving someone up. Y'all mad about him fighting Leo Santa Cruz when they moved up and he met at 130. Tank came down from 135, met Leo Santa Cruz at 130. Leo won coming off a loss. And Leo's a hell of a fighter. So stop with that. Stop with the double standards, man. Call Shakur out on this. He's a hell of a fighter. We just want to see him fight the best, as he says. He wants to fight the best. He wants to be challenged. He's always going to step to the challenge. He's not doing it. He had his opportunity. He ain't doing it. He's going for the bag. Go for the bag. Just let people know that you're going for the bag and not for greatness.
Yeah, and I think that's my only that's one of the things that, really irks me about a lot of these fighters, and that I always call out, because at the end of the day, if you're telling me that it's really about one thing and it's clear to me that it's about something completely different, I'm going to call you out on that, right? And I don't have a problem with a fighter saying, you know what, at the end of the day, really I'm about money. I'm about making money. And it's not about chasing greatness or anything of that nature. It's more so about the money. Now, I get it. It's prize fighting, right? And I don't have a problem with that, right? But if it's solely about the prize for you, or it's primarily about the prize, say so. If I would expect it to be like a 50-50 split. It's about the prize, but it's also about the glory, right? And I want to prove that I'm the best, and I want to state, and I want to show everybody that I'm the best. But, Shakur has had a habit, in my estimation, of being very aggressive as it relates to Gervonta Davis on social media when Gervonta Davis is either not available or is already signed to a fight. You know what I mean? And so, don't have all that energy. Yeah, don't have all that energy when you know the man is unavailable for a fight or already signed to fight. The energy changes. The energy has changed since the Frank Martin fight concluded, and it's clear to me that he doesn't have the same energy.
Facts. That's the problem I have with that. You try to troll people in your last fight time. You call yourself Twitterson, that everyone calls you, and you didn't do what you're supposed to do in that fight against Artem. He's so strong. They big. So what you do your next fight, instead of erase that room, you pull someone else that's smaller, that can't crack neither. You pull them up. Yeah, chasing greatness.
Facts. Well, you guys tell us what you think in the comments section in regards to this situation. Like I said, I'm greatly disappointed. Jay, you sound to be the same. Don't forget to hate, like, comment, and subscribe. This is the Angry Man Podcast, M Sports Media, and we are out.